What is up, everybody? Welcome to Straight Up Tennessee, man. This is the midweek pit chat kind of vibe. Um, I guess we can't really say midweek, man. It's Friday, bro.
It's
So
almost here.
uh, it's
One
almost
day.
game day. One more day away, man. And, tomorrow uh, we'll get to see what we've been waiting for, bro. I think I really can't wait for the day after show, the next day show, because I'm expecting a Tennessee victory, bro. I know we're seeing the 6.5, 7 point line.
Yeah.
Um, but man, I just had I think I texted you this earlier, bro. This week, I said, as the days get closer, I feel like changing my score prediction from what I said on the show earlier this week. I know I said 38-17. I said 41-34, a reverse score of last week. But man, I'm really starting to see like that 45-28 kind of vibe. Like
Yep.
I see Pittsburgh trying to score with us in that third quarter, and we just start just yanking. You know what I'm saying? We just
Well,
start
and I
smacking.
think
So
I think that's a big thing too. You just said it. If Pitt is having to try to outscore us, it ain't gonna work. If
no,
they're trying to outscore us and it's like offense back and forth, we're gonna win that battle.
absolutely, man. And so look, before we even start like diving into all things midweek, man, how we're feeling, just some updates, man, that we've been seeing based off of like Pitt scouting report, what's happened during the week, some injuries that could play in the Tennessee's favor. We didn't even tell you our names, bro. But my name, Ruck, y'all already know. Uh, I love this, man. This is dope. Hey, Ruck, here we locked in. It's my boy Turner. We locked in. So, straight up Tennessee, man. If you're listening right now, wherever you are, go ahead. I don't care if you're driving, going through a red light on the interstate, sunny and 75, wherever you are, man. Stop what you're doing. Go ahead, subscribe, like the video, comment, chat with us, man. We love to be in engagement with you guys. We love to be in community and in conversation. So everybody, man, if you're listening to the podcast, show love, man. We're getting close to really having a new vamp. You see, Austin's got his set up nice. Mine is not right. You feel me? I'm on vacation right now. I'm talking to you in my AirPods, but your boy got some upgrades, and so here soon and within the next couple of weeks, man, we'll be launching stuff on Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts. We'll still do the videos on YouTube simply because YouTube is fantastic, and the platform that YouTube allows, especially for future of what we want to do, especially going live and different things like that. We will not stop doing the YouTube. So get ready for the Instagram page drop, all of these things, man. We got a lot of things coming down the pipe. But again, Pit midweek chat, bro. How we feeling, man? I feel really good. I
I,
feel
I
really good.
I feel good. I mean, I feel really good. You said one thing that kind of stuck out to me. You just kind of said it. Just gonna jump right into it. Rodney Hammond, their leading rusher.
Injuries. Yeah.
Their leading rusher last week. He's out. I mean, more than likely he's out.
Yeah.
Locked on Vol. We both listened to Locked On Vols this morning. Locked on Pitt. Um, 3 to 6 weeks is what we heard.
Yeah.
And I was looking last week. Israel, I can't say this name.
I've been to Conda.
I've been to Conda. Yeah, he had 8 carries for 15 yards last week. Uh, I mean, the running back room is shallow over there right now.
Yeah.
And
And then what's crazy about that, too, I know you said Israel Benaconda, Rodney Hammond Jr. could possibly be out for 3 to 6 weeks. We don't know, but that's exactly what it sounds like. Their leading rusher from last year, Vincent Davis,
mm-hmm.
logged 0 carries
Yeah,
this week.
yeah.
Doesn't make a ton of sense, but I'm interested to see what Pittsburgh does this week. And we've said it, man. You and I have talked about this all week. We talked about it today. If, like you said earlier, if Pitt tries to go 1-for-1 with us, it's not going to work.
Mm-mm.
Now, if Pitt can find a way to slow the football game down, really eat clock, win the time of possession battle, get first downs, and have long drives, I think that is where Tennessee will. I won't necessarily say I don't think that's where Tennessee will have its downfall or where Tennessee can lose the game, but I will say that will get Tennessee out of a flow. and that's exactly what Narduzzi wants. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's
Hmm.
exactly what he wants. He doesn't care. I don't even think he cares if they lose this game. Obviously, he does. He's a coach, right? But
Hmm.
I'm saying if they can slow us down and make us play their way and they still lose, I don't know how they could be upset.
Yeah, absolutely. Um, I don't know, man. And listening to all the stuff today, Heupel's press conference earlier, we talked about it a little bit earlier in the week. Pitt's gonna play press on the outsides. Them corners are gonna press up, and Heupel said it.
I know you heard what that boy
He
said.
he said he trusts Tillman and Brew. I mean,
To me, that sounds like we're gonna have a lot of 50-50 balls thrown up.
well, and I think too that I think Pitt's. I mean, their linebacker core is down. They return one guy, that one senior. Can't think of his name, but
Uh Servassier Dennis.
yeah. And other than that, I mean, it's kind of just up in the air. I would look, me personally, Princeton Fant and Jacob Warren have a heyday across the middle.
They should. We did last year, man. We
Yeah.
did last year. So many seam routes, man. So many 10, 15-yard seams that even Joe was able to hit Princeton Fant on like a quick seam. Hendon comes in and throws a quick seam for a touchdown to Jacob Warren last year. I just think, um, Josh and Swain show, I think it was yesterday, they had a guy from Pittsburgh in the media in Pittsburgh. His name was Chris Carter. And he was really high on Pittsburgh having playmakers. And based off of just things that I've seen, based off of the blogs and articles I've read, I'm just thinking he is not, and I'm not going to use the word oblivious, but he is a excited Pittsburgh fan, and he's also working in the media, and so he is he was very positive, which is also always amazing. But then you listen to Locked On Boss today with Eric Kane, and he had the guy from Locked On Pitt on, and he's telling you just the straight up truth about, hey, there's a couple guys they have, but they're nowhere near the Kenny Pickett and Jordan Addison combo from last year. And so he also said Keaton Slovis is good. He's not amazing. So
Hmm.
I'm just interested to see what Pittsburgh tries to do with us. Is it do they pound the ball? Or do they spread it out a little bit more and get four receivers and spread the field and then try to run the ball? Or do they sling it around? It just I don't know what Pittsburgh's gonna try to do.
I don't know. And then from us on offense, from Pitt's defense, I seen this stat today, and you just kind of talked about it. Um, Pitt led the ACC in picks last year with 16. They had 16 picks, which led the ACC, but gave up an average of 264 yards a game in the air, which was 12th in the ACC. So that kind of goes back to the playmaker thing. I mean, you could have the best playmakers in the league, but if you're still going to give up 264 to 300 yards passing,
Yeah,
I mean, and I don't know. MJ Devonshire
Devonshire. Yep,
had a
yep,
he had a pick six against West Virginia. I think their secondary is four seniors and one junior.
yeah.
So I mean, they got experience, but
But
I
what's that
think
actually
I
gonna do?
I think Brew McCoy and Cedric Tillman are going to have a heyday if they try to press.
Yeah,
I
they're
mean,
crazy if they try to press the boys,
I
man.
mean, what
Absolutely crazy.
you might know his name. West Virginia had a big wide receiver,
Um,
6'3".
some something. He had two last names, Watson Ford or something like that.
He gave him a hard time last week.
Yeah, and he was, and I'm be honest with you, he had hands, but he was slow.
Yeah, Tillman's 6'3" too. I think Bruce 6'3", 6'2", 6'3".
Them boys gonna eat, bro. I'm not worried about the passing game, bro. I'm one. I mean, there's an awesome article today from VolQuest and Rob Lewis talking about just the breakdown of the game and
Mm-hmm.
ebbs and flows. He said it best. Tennessee has the edge. If we know we can get 4, 5, 6 yards a time running the football, they're not gonna beat us, bro. Like
Mm-mm.
if we're getting 4 and 5, that's exactly what we want. Like
Yeah.
we ain't, and we know, man. Everybody wants the big 10 to 15 yard burst that get you out in the open. But bro, what Josh Heupel wants is 4 to 6, and if we can get that 4 to 6 yard burst of run, bro, that pass game gonna be wide open. And so, man,
I
I
sent
I don't know, bro. They're gonna
I, s-
kill. They're gonna eat.
that same article, Rob Lewis on VolQuest, he said something. I was like, man, that's pretty accurate. He said if Tennessee can set a tone in the trenches and put the pressure on Pitt's passing game, that's going to be a big plus for the Vols.
Yeah, that's where we got to win the game, man. And
Yeah.
I think that I don't think it's necessarily going to be a challenge, but I think that we're gonna. And I say this at a lot of games, especially games like this one. I think the first 5 minutes we gonna know how this game gonna go.
Yeah. I
Like I
agree.
don't think we're gonna have to wait till the second half. Like some games, we gotta. I always say like, especially a game like if I'm looking forward to the season, if I'm looking at like South Carolina, or if I'm looking at like a Georgia or an Alabama. I'm not. Yes, we need to be great in the first half, but those games I'm looking for. What do we do when we come out of halftime?
Hmm.
Because we know what that. But this is one of those games. First 5 minutes, we gonna know. We gonna know if these boys are ready to play and if they're locked in. Which Coach Heupel said he was very pleased with their progression over the week, and I know he says that a lot, but I just feel like this team is just so different, man. The unity, the love, the camaraderie, the community,
Hmm.
the friendships. I'm telling you, it's like I said in an early episode in our podcast, man. I said if you love the guy you're lining up beside, it's gonna make it more fun and more
Yeah.
enjoyable, and you're gonna play harder because you
Hmm.
fighting for your brother. You're not just fighting for the T on your chest. Yes, you're fighting for that Tennessee, but you're also fighting for your brother who y'all been working and slaving and going through honest, just crazy stuff during fall camp. Now you're getting to play the game you love. And so,
Well,
man,
a fun little stat I seen too. Uh, Hendon Hooker completed passes to 7 different receivers last week.
7.
7.
So
So
who would that have been? Brew, said, Jimmy Holiday,
Ramel,
Squirrel, Ramel Keaton, Walker Merrill, and
Fant, or Warren, or that's tight ends.
no, no, who
Uh,
am I? I'm missing one.
Holiday.
Hyatt.
Did you say Holiday?
Yeah, I said Jimmy Holiday, Jalen Hyatt. So,
Yeah.
and,
So
and
I
that's the
want.
thing. They said that today too, though, on Locked On Vols. They said the
Yeah.
same thing. It was like, man, I think you're going to see a lot of Cedric Tillman and Brew McCoy and Jalen Hyatt, but man, we got weapons. So it's like, what do we do? Like, I'm interested to see like this. And then let me take you back to this too, bro. We saw Hendon Hooker play for 32 minutes last
Hmm.
week.
Hmm.
That's it. He played 2 quarters and a drive.
Very vanilla too.
This man's got the playbook in front of him and 4 quarters because unless we come up and unless we do something crazy, he playing 4 quarters. You know what I'm
What
saying?
what Apple say? It's having him's like a two-way street.
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, if you got that much trust in your quarterback, you're
That thing
doing
gonna be
good.
wide open. I think that
Yeah.
thing gonna be wide open this week. So I mean, again, y'all, if you're watching, man, go ahead, like, subscribe, comment, join the family, man, the straight up Tennessee family, man. We love this, man. We really do. We cannot wait to continue to grow this thing and expand. But man, I am so excited for what's to come in Tennessee football. I think this is just the beginning this weekend of something special this year. And I know everybody's already looking to Florida, um, but this game is more important to me than Florida is, to be
It
honest,
is. Yeah.
because I think this is the game that gets you to that 9-10 win mark. This is the
Hmm.
one. You could say, oh, you can lose this game and beat Florida, but then you look past that Florida game and just say you beat Florida, you get your bye week. We have a gauntlet, bro, from October to about November 12th.
Well, I think this game will let us know how the whole season's going to go. In my opinion, I
Yeah,
mean, we beat Pitt. That opens up a whole. I mean, you seen people. You seen people from last week or from preseason to just watching last week, there's a bunch that have moved their predictions from 8-4 to 9-3.
Yeah,
Just from watching Ball State, and Ball State ain't nobody.
exactly. And again, half of our guys played 2 quarters in a drive.
That's it.
I'm scared for Pittsburgh if what we know and what we think happens.
Mm-hmm.
If we know what we know, that is that Hendon Hooker is extremely efficient. He does not force balls into places that they don't need to go. He does not put his teammates or his receivers in bad positions. He doesn't do he doesn't do things out of the ordinary or out of the box. If he comes out and is just Hendon Hooker, him being him is enough for us to win by 2 scores. Like,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? And so
Yeah.
I think that is the thing that I'm anxious to see is we didn't see enough of Hendon last week for me to be like,
We didn't
who
see
are
it.
we?
Yeah. I mean, I have no idea who we are after last week. I mean, I think you see a completely different Tennessee team. You see a completely different Hendon Hooker. And I mean, I don't care if you're playing Ball State. I mean, it goes with any sport. I mean, you play to your competition
Mm-hmm.
to an extent. So
Mm-hmm.
Jabari versus Ball State versus Jabari versus Pitt, completely different Jabari, I think.
Yeah. Oh, he's coming to eat. Trust me. Jabari mess around have 2 or 3 scores this week, man. I mean, that's the thing. It's like that's the beauty of this Tennessee team. Where let's look back to 2019 when you have Jared Garantano, um, Marquez Callaway, Jawan Jennings. Um, who was playing running back for us then?
John Kelly?
Jake, maybe J.K. Who was right? Who was before Jabari? Who was starting? Somebody started when Jabari Small was a freshman. Who was that? Ty Chandler?
Ty Chandler.
Yeah, yep. Ty
Mm-hmm.
Chandler and somebody else was with him. I don't
But
remember.
I don't remember either.
So, but 2019, you knew like you had a terrible. Not I'm not gonna say terrible, but you had he wasn't a great quarterback in Jared Garantino. But you knew who our guys were. Like we were only throwing the ball to Marquez Callaway or
Yep.
Jawan Jennings, and we would run it every now and then.
Yep. Absolutely.
Now, with how this offense is, it's like we know that Cedric Tillman is our best receiver. However, there are dudes that we don't even know yet that are nice.
It was Tim Jordan.
Tim Jordan.
Tim
Yeah,
Jordan.
now he's a rapper.
And then you
Everybody become a rapper when they fail in athletic careers. That's so stupid.
Tim Jordan was a little bit of a dog though.
Tim Jordan was a dog. I wish that he would have stayed off that ganja. If Tim Jordan wouldn't have smoked so much weed, he'd still be running, buddy.
Then you had Eric Gray. He was a freshman that year.
Eric Gray, man. Eric Gray was that boy.
He'd have been something special if he didn't get
All
take
that
him
McDonald's, all his
take that.
McDonald's
Yeah, take that McDonald's bag.
Yeah, man. But I think that is what makes me so excited, bro, for this game.
On a
Is
Go ahead.
what makes me so excited for this game is the fact that we know what we have,
Mm-hmm.
but we haven't seen what we have.
Yeah.
That's exciting, bro. Because
Mm-hmm.
like we know said gonna do his thing. If you leave said in one-on-one coverage, you are a complete idiot. And now
Absolutely.
I'm thinking like you leave Brew in one-on-one coverage, you are a complete idiot. So I think that they are just relying that much on their defensive line, and I feel like our offensive line has a great challenge in front of them. However, I think that they're gonna handle it.
I mean, I think they're going. I think they're going to blitz the house. They're going to come after Hooker. I really do. But we got. I mean, let's see what our offensive line can do.
Yep.
We should be okay. I think we didn't. We'll see how good our running backs are in pass protection this week.
Yep. And hey, if we know that, we know they're coming with blitzes, they're gonna show a lot of blitzes. They're gonna show fire. They're gonna show inside zone blitzes. They're gonna show a lot of defensive back safety blitzes. They're gonna show some engage eight coverages where the safety might look as if he's coming on a blitz, but then he's gonna play the flat. They may play some Tampa 2 where they'll send that middle Mike linebacker and Savasier Dennis. They might spread the defensive line out, send a DB if they're in the nickel. If they play like I don't know what they're going to do because they always have seven at least in the box. But if they get so courageous and play a dime or a dollar or a 3-3-5 nickel package, you may see some of that those corner blitzes where they'll put that nickel that which what is what we call our star. They
Mm-hmm.
might move that. They might put the star in the slot, but they're actually playing zone.
Yeah.
Uh, and I don't know. I think they're going to send the blitzes. I think they will, but I also think that Josh Heupel already has some quick game stuff. That if they're
That
sending blitzes, Hendon's going to check right out of that.
well, and they know coaches know each other very well. I
Oh
mean,
yeah,
tons of history right here.
yeah. So that's exciting to me, man. Is the fact that Josh Heupel is what in his career is he 1-2 against Pitt?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he beat the brakes off of Narduzzi one year at UCF. We lost to them last year, and then he lost one at UCF in a tight one. And I guess last year was a tight one too. I mean, so here's the way I'll evaluate this one, man, and then we'll wrap up the midweek chat because we could sit here and talk for another 30 minutes. I promise we could. But we try to keep the midweeks to about 25, 30-ish minutes so that it actually feels like a little chat. Just let you know the temperature of how the boys from straight up Tennessee feel about this week. But I think that ending my thought on this specifically, what we've been talking about what they're going to do. I think if we look at last year's film and we look at this year's film, these two teams are completely different.
Mm-hmm.
And what I truly think, and I'm not even holding my tongue when I say this, but I really feel like one team got better and one team got worse. And I think Pittsburgh got worse in losing so much firepower, man. Like you cannot replace that in 1 year. You can't. And I think that we got better because we did not lose anybody.
No, and it just goes to show you how, in my opinion, it's just my personal opinion, could be completely wrong, but it just goes to show you how good of a quarterback Kenny Pickett was. I mean, no offense, but you got Slovis in there against West Virginia. They gave up 5 sacks. Same offensive line as last year. I mean,
Yeah.
that just goes to show me, and Kenny Pickett did against us. If Kenny Pickett felt pressure, he could get out of the pocket, no problem.
Facts.
And I mean, you look back on it, it's like, well, was their offensive line really that good, or was Kenny Pickett just that good?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm gonna correct myself. I said we didn't lose anybody. I mean, we did lose Valus Jones. We lost Devontae Payton. But what I mean is we kept the guy that got them the football in Hendon Hooker. We kept our number one receiver in Cedric
Yeah.
Tillman. We added guys from the transfer portal, former 5-star from Mater Day, Brew McCoy. We've got guys, man, that I feel like have not even blossomed yet. And this is the game for those guys to break it out. So uh the next time we hop on the podcast, y'all, man, it'll be Sunday, and we'll be talking to you hopefully on a Tennessee win. And I'm actually just gonna prophesy right now. We're gonna be talking about a Tennessee win. So any final thoughts, Austin, bro? Anything, are you changing your score prediction? Stormtroopers activated.
Activated,
Ooh.
baby. I told you. I
You
told you.
did.
I'm sticking 45-21.
45-21 Vols,
I
man.
I think we get out early on them, and it's just too much. Pitt
You
can't
think
catch back up.
what is enough for you to feel good? Like, is it first quarter or is it first half type thing?
I think if we get up 14-0 it's going to be hard for Pitt to come back. I don't care if we score 14 points in the first quarter. I don't care if it's 14-0 at halftime. I think if we're
Or
up,
even if it's like 21-7.
yeah, I think if we get up 2 scores on Pitt, it, I don't think though. I think it'll be too tough for them to come back.
Yeah, man. Like I said earlier, I'm still toying with that 38-17, 41-34, 45-28. I don't know, man. I think I'm gonna land here, and it's not even one I've said. I'm landing on 41-17 Tennessee.
That's a blowout.
I think we whoop that booty.
That's a
Now,
dog stomp.
I'm gonna say 41-17, and that's really just 3 more points than my 38-17.
Mm-hmm.
But it just feels better because you're in the 40s.
Mm-hmm. I feel that. Absolutely.
But man, I can't wait to watch this game. I'll be heading home, and I literally have told everybody, people like, man, you coming over to watch this game? Blah blah blah. No, I am not. I'm gonna sit at my house, fire up the Sony, and get locked in. You hear me? I don't even want to watch no football before. I don't want to watch Alabama, Texas. We
It
already
ain't
know
going.
what's gonna happen there.
It's gonna be a dog whooping.
We already know what's gonna happen there. So I'm excited to see the Stormtroopers, man. Oh, I can't wait to see them all, them crispy whites. Last thing, man, before we go, one thing that drove me crazy. Pitt had an offensive lineman that said Tennessee was going to be the prettiest team they play all week, all year.
I seen that. I don't know what he meant by that. I don't think he meant anything by it. I think it just kind of came out weird.
Prettiest? I'm like, I mean, mm,
Yeah,
I
I'm
just hope
like,
that I hope they all got that in their headphones during warm-ups. Y'all pretty.
y'all pretty. Yeah.
Y'all pretty. All y'all pretty. Because I just want us to come out there and be some dogs. So um you still sticking with the same guys, playmakers? Mhm.
Absolutely.
Same, man. I feel you. I feel you. Mine is I know I said between Brew and Jabari. I think I need Brew more. I want to see I want to see Brew really show out.
Yeah.
And past that, man, I think everything's staying the same for me. So man,
Absolutely.
hey, midweek chat, pit week, y'all. I know it's not midweek, it's Friday, but understand we're gonna try to get this thing back this coming week. But thank you guys for checking it out. Thank you guys for listening to the show. Again, remember, subscribe, like, comment, turn your bell notifications, share the link, man. If you got the link, literally go right up there to the top address bar, copy that thing, send it to everybody you know, and spread the word if you love what we're doing here at Straight Up Tennessee. Y'all, I can promise you in about maybe even on Sunday show, the audio from AJ from me is gonna be bueno. The setup gonna be much better because my boy Austin got that fire set up. I gotta get right, so I'm gonna get better, and we're gonna make this thing better and really start to push this thing harder. So, uh, for the
Let's
straight
get
up
it.
Tennessee, hey, for the straight up Tennessee boys, it's Tennessee time. It's football time in Tennessee. We can't wait to hit you up on Sunday after a Vols victory. Go Big Orange, VFL, Stormtroopers activated. It's straight up Tennessee, baby.
Let's go.